This week on Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, Atemo the Sage, I'm talking money decisions. I'm talking about how to protect your money. So I've called it Wisdom for Money. Well, in these holidays, I'm not talking about being stingy. I'm not talking about, being this kind of a person who wouldn't spend anything. I'm just talking about prudence, that you need to exercise a level of prudence for you to be able to navigate through the change into the new year and to mitigate against certain adverse effects that would come if you are not careful with your money. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you have bills to pay. And so, yes, go ahead and have fun. Take time with your family, with yourself, with your friends, with your fraternity. But just do that within the parameters of wisdom, parameters of prudence, so that when you get out of these holidays, you're not coming out with money hangovers as well. Welcome to another episode of Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, Atemo the Sage. It's episode 4 for this particular series. I'll be sharing what I will talk about today, but I'm so glad that you're tuned in. Please get engaged and engage with me on social media right there on Instagram, on X, on Facebook, and also connect with me on LinkedIn as CJ Atemo. Check out my YouTube channel, CJ Atemo, as well. Subscribe, and once you've done that, set notifications, because all these videos get uploaded right there. They get uploaded right there, and then normally then you would watch, like, post your comments, and share. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear what you'd want us to talk about in the new year as well, what you'd want us to address in the new year. So let's get talking. And for those of you who've kept on telling me what's been happening to you, especially with regard to what I've been talking about here and positive outcome, I'm so glad. Thank you, because you keep us going and you give us the energy to keep doing what we are doing. So I've shared with us the nugget number 1. I said, pay bills in advance. Nugget number 2, I said, do not carry the money you don't need. And then the number 3 nugget, I said, do not borrow for pleasure. Number 4 today is, do not make emotional decisions around money. Do not make emotional decisions around money. I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, emotional decisions are very, very subjective in any area of life. Anytime you begin to use your emotions to make decisions, you may make the wrong decisions because you're not basing it on fact, truth, on figures, on purpose, or anything else. All of those things are very static. They're not things that, are just amorphous. They're very targeted, very directed. They are things that are very destined and very defined. So anytime you begin to make emotional decisions, you start doing things because you are happy, or you do things because you are sad, or you do things because you are upset, or you do things because you feel sorry for somebody, or you do things because you are sorry. So you will take money and spend on something because you need to apologize. You will go and drink yourself silly because you were sad or you were angry. You will drive for hours and hours and hours because you are upset, so you needed to be away. And you may be somewhere on vacation with your family, so you drive and go and book another hotel, forgetting you already did your bookings here with your family or with your spouse or your partner. So you go somewhere else and book another one because you're angry. But you're forgetting that even in that anger, you're spending. Whoever is receiving the money doesn't care that you're angry or not. In fact, they will be selling to you peace, in quotes, but you will be spending money that you did not plan to spend. So you're doing something because you're angry. Some of us will be doing something because we are lonely. So you are lonely, so you just create every kind of activity that you need to have that will cost you to deal with your loneliness. And sometimes the more you do it, the lonelier you become. There are those things that you do because you are bored. Then there are those things that you do because you're feeling sorry for somebody. So you are with these people over here and suddenly you begin to feel sorry for them, and then you begin to spend money that you had not planned. Or people will come to you and manipulate you. And one of the things that you've got to understand is that manipulators are good at the attack. They have rehearsed their story. They always will come in when you least expect. They have a sorry story, and they will come in when you least expect. Knowing that if they can get to your heart, to the place where you feel sorry for them and you empathize, they will get from you what they want. And so you need to watch out for all these people who always come with sorry stories at the very beginning, and they really paint all this gloom, and they're so helpless, and they are incapacitated. You need to always watch out for them, because yes, people go through things, and people go through tough times, and people have faced challenges, but you also need to know what are they doing, or what have they tried to do to come out of where they are. Because if they're doing nothing but all they sell is what they have gone through, they are manipulating you. If they have not done anything, they're not trying to get out of it. So if somebody says that they went to campus but they've never gotten a job, the question is, have they ever tried to do something? 5 years, 7 years down the line, you haven't gotten a job. That's fine. That may not be dependent on you. But have you tried something? Have you sold charcoal? Have you sold anything? Have you gone out there? Have you tried insurance? Have you tried something? Have you gone out of your way to do something? Because if you've never tried to get out of your situation, you're not trying to get out. You're trying to do business with your situation. And some people will do that also with emotions. I mean, there's a lot of emotional blackmail out over there, where family members will make you feel guilty that you have not helped them. How is it that you have come back home, now you're driving, but see, your brother's children over here, they've not gone to school, they've not paid fees. But your brother's children, your brother wasn't slapped with children, your brother knew he was going to have children. And so you've got to see also what they are trying to do to help those kids. Because sometimes people will place their responsibilities on you and go back into becoming irresponsible, go back into being careless, go back into doing whatever they want to do, while they emotionally blackmail you on this other side for allowing their people to suffer. I think that anybody that needs help must show why they should receive the help. The bank will have to ask you how much money you have if you need any facility from them. If you are running a business, they want to know how long that business has been running, even the circle. I mean, nobody's just going to pour their money into something that does not exist over somebody who's not going to do anything. Do you realize that banks will rarely lend you money over December? Because the chances of you spending that money on what you needed to do it with are very slim. Nobody wants to throw their money at a bad idea. So if you're making emotional decisions, they might cost you. You shouldn't make emotional decisions around money. It is okay for you to help people. It is okay for you to love people. It is okay for you to feel for people. It is okay for you to want to help everybody. It is okay to do all of that and to empathize and to sympathize. It is okay for all of that. To try to alleviate poverty and suffering, it is okay. But then if you just make emotional decisions, you will run into trouble, because certain things that you would want to sort out would require structures, would require a whole community, a support system. There are people you cannot help by yourself. You will need them to want to be helped, and then you will need other people in their lives as well who will ensure that this person will do whatever needs to be done. There are things that you can't do by yourself. You will not build all the schools. You won't build a special school and a classroom for somebody. They need to get into systems. And so some of the decisions that you would be trying to make while you are very happy or very sad are things that should be done systematically and with structure. So do not get emotional and begin spending money or making promises about money to everybody you meet. Oh, I'll take your son to Nairobi. When I'm going back in January, I'll take your son. Your daughter can come. There's a school around. And then you promise your whole village that you'll take care of them and you'll take care of the fees and you'll do this. Then you begin to feel under obligation. You begin to feel under pressure. You begin to look like a liar. You begin to run away. You stop picking people's calls. Or if you now are fulfilling the obligation, you are under duress and pressure. Do not make emotional decisions around money this time that you're most probably going to be in your best mood. And so it is very easy for you to make promises or take up things that you actually have not thought about. I hope that has been helpful to you, especially those of you with good hearts. I hope it has been helpful to you. So watch out, take care. We'll see you again tomorrow as we conclude this particular series on wisdom for money in this holiday season. This has been Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, CJ Atemo the Sage. See you 9:55 a.m. tomorrow. And please check out all my social media platforms. God bless you.